Well, hello there, my friends. You have arrived just in time, guys, for our invasion of Poland. We're going on June 6th, which is slightly behind when Germany actually attacked. I believe Germany attacked on June 20th, so we are pretty much right on schedule. I was trying to go a little bit earlier, but that just isn't happening, my friends. It's going to be a tough fight, and we better be prepared for it. Let's go ahead and just do what we can, get into the field, try to cut off some of their rail lines, their supply lines, and see if we can't just completely smash the first group of Soviets. This might take up the entire episode. It's just a really drawn-out fight, obviously. I'm definitely not declaring war with Japan. I'm not sure if I have to declare war with the Italians as well. I think that'd be a little weird, but yeah, I don't think so. I think since they're in the Axis, they automatically go to war. But Japan, I think, is exempt from that. Now, of course, I would want to just immediately exit with these tanks, start cutting the enemy off, but I can't help destroy that armored car right in front of us. We gained 237 national morale in our first attack against the communists. Let's see how far we make it, guys. We know they're quite tough here and quite capable of stopping us in our tracks. No pun intended. So I'm actually thinking I should take this guy and try to get behind Stogov, but I also see Vilno here, and I think it's a good opportunity to try and cut them off here. I hope I've made the right decision. Of course, we did get ambushed here in Minsk, Belarus. So I'm trying to see what else we can do. Can we cut off the guys even more? Yeah, we can with these tank destroyers. So I'm pretty much just trying to get rid of all of those rail lines, if that's even possible. And obviously we'll work with the remnants as we see fit. Just don't want them attacking directly after and, completely smashing us here. So I'm wondering if maybe we should pull some of these infantry units, back up here. I think we should. Not all of them, of course. And it looks like we might even be able to get an instant kill here. I'll go with the Corps first. See if the Corps can't destroy the mechanized division here of the Soviet Union. And it doesn't look like it, so we'll go ahead and get rid of them, finish the job, another 237 national morale bonus. The question is, how are the Soviets going to respond to this on turn one? And I hope that, just like the real, German attack, that they're going to be so shocked by the attack here that they're not going to respond favorably, which will give us another chance to really work on them. In fact, our garrison unit is going to get a kill here on the Soviet Rifle Corps, which is not something I usually see. We'll move in the actual paratroopers, some Fallschirmjägers, and unfortunately they couldn't really do much damage, but all part of the greater fight, my friends. Really want to move this artillery up so we can get a shot next turn as well. And as always, guys, with these episodes, some of the advice I get here is the best advice I've gotten on this game, so feel free to continue doing that, giving us updates on how you think this is going to go, what we should do next, etc. Because, quite frankly, I'm quite terrified right now. I really am. I'm going to see if we can't take this infantry unit, actually cut off the units at Zhytomyr. Looks like they got a little ambush set up for us there, so we don't want to take those risks too much with our infantry. Although I will move forward with the Corps to Kovel. Kovel is not a national morale objective. Kiev is, though, and that's definitely an area we want to get in very, very soon. But, of course, I'm still thinking I should use these tanks to get behind the enemy. Let's go ahead, open fire, and just destroyed another rifle corps. Now, keep in mind, this is not an army. It is just a corps, but still pretty damn impressive, boys and girls. Let our Italians break through. It looks like the Ariete tanks are actually, living up to their namesake here, doing quite well. I'm going to bring in the bombers, guys, to try and destroy the scattered Soviet troops here. And they do actually have some Air Force units in this location, but as you guys saw in the north, we very quickly wiped out all of those Air Force units. So I think it's going to take them a while to really bounce back from this. Hopefully it will, and they won't really be able to use that Air Force effectively. As you can see right now, we'll take out the medium bombers. I'd rather be, obviously, doing damage to infantry and armored vehicles, but hey, this is what we got to do now. It's okay. We can absolutely deal with it. I want to get in this army right here. The 4th Army, our glorious 4th Army. And let's go ahead. The Grossdeutschland Motorized Division, or Mechanized Division, excuse me, getting through here, guys. And we might be able to take out the Kiev fighters immediately. So now they have absolutely no defense against our bombers, and we can let them have it. Let's go ahead and drop some bombs on Tarnovo. Alright, didn't go as planned. We probably should upgrade our bombers, don't you think? We just got some Luftwaffe fighters, but these aren't going to do anything to the rest of the guys. Let's hit the garrison, why not? We might as well try to knock out Kovel as soon as we can. to attack them next turn. And of course, I've got some more armies on the way, as well as some more armies being built currently. So that's hopefully going to buy us some time here. As you can see, we've got a lot of Soviet forces near Crimea, and we don't have many things to defend against them. So I'm really just trying to hold off the tide for as long as possible before they just completely overwhelm us. The Squadra fighters and the Romanian Air Force fighters. Alright, we're going to get through Vinica here. Nice little enemy contact here at Vinica, stopping our tanks. But again, the goal here is to cut off as much of the enemy army as I can, so that we can avoid fighting them later. I think even our Slovakian corps can get right through Przemysl, and actually they did. That's really surprising, just because they're a secondary fighting force, so they actually did quite a good job, and they should be able to help us get quite deep into the Soviet Union. At least I hope so. I also think it's a good idea to move these generals up. We're going to need their administrative assistance in this campaign. I'm also going to go ahead and bomb the enemy Budyeni's HQ here. It's one of the Soviet generals. And I think we just took Budyeni prisoner or killed him. One of the two. That's looking great, guys. Now I'm going to push him up to the north because, again, I'm worried about that Kaunas area there. I wish we had some additional infantry to put in the pocket, but that's just not going to happen. Great job by the 12th Corps there. Let's see. What do I want to do with you? Alright, I'm going to just mow down the 12th Corps. At least we won't have to worry about them anymore. And nobody's going to be coming through the Pripyat marshes, so we really shouldn't even have troops there. Go ahead and send this tank north, and hopefully we can get up to the northern front as quickly as possible. Looks like that northern Soviet front is pretty strong. Could be overestimating it, but you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. So we're just going to assume they have a monster of an army up there. With the rest of the boys here, even our Hungarians are going to battle. And again, we have some German troops coming in that we've put on the production line, but it's going to take some time before they actually arrive on the battlefield. And in the meantime, we have to just do our absolute best. See, we can finally take Athens. I highly doubt it. It's been a trying battle, let's say, for Athens. So let's go ahead, hit them once, move back. I've got another army that I'm going to push through here. So we could actually use these troops that are currently in Greece to help us attack the Soviet enemy. So hopefully we take Thessalonica, which is one of the most important Greek cities. And that we should have actually taken Thessalonica first. Thessalonica, excuse me. Or no, it is Thessalonica, at least the way I've heard it, even though it's the I. I'm wondering if maybe we should just immediately go north and leave just a few troops to finish this off. I don't know. I think we'll take these Romanian units and start moving towards the Eastern Front. Officially the Eastern Front now, and we'll also bring in these bombers from Italy. I think it's also a good time to bring in our German troops here. We also created the independent state of Croatia there. It's not really independent, it's a German puppet, but that being said, that's the position we want them in now. We want to try to keep them close, but not too close. Having a few Croatian, legions on our side would certainly help things, so it's probably not a bad idea to be friendly with them, or to befriend them. I'm going to try to hit the artillery. I actually managed to get through. I'm amazed that the Italian unit pushed through there. We're also going to hit the enemy HQ. And if I can, I'm going to reinforce these Italian units. No. Can we reinforce the tanks? Oh, that is awesome, guys. So our Africa Corps tank army will be ready to go next turn. I'd still like to move a few units down here to the south. But most people have said I've sent too many units to Northern Africa. And you could very well be right. And now, of course, guys, we want to deal with the far Eastern Front. This has been going really well. We've managed to destroy a number of Chinese armies, and I think this is going to be no exception. I'm already going to start attacking with the Special Forces. We're going to try to wipe out China's 12th Army. And remember, this is not just a corps. This takes a long time to build back up. Quite a long time. So we'll go ahead. Let's attack with the 17th Army. And finally, the 1st Mechanized. And we're doing everything we can to destroy this Chinese army near Chengshao, and hopefully eventually push into Chengshao proper, but right now, we're just trying to finish them off. Looking pretty good, all right. I think I'll move this guy. Ooh, we still can't get in that area. That is weird. I don't know if that's like zone of control from Wuchan or something like that. All right, got some Chinese interceptors trying to stop our bombers. I'm still trying to make it through here. Knocked out some of their fighters, but they knocked out 3 of our Zeros and 1 bomber, man. That's a win for them in the sky, but we did destroy the unit on land, which I think is a win for us ultimately. Now the question is, do we really want to push up to Chengshao and start challenging the city? Preferably not with a mechanized unit, but we don't really have a choice. So that's exactly what I'm doing here, trying to weaken Chengshao and hopefully eventually take it, no matter the cost. This is like an imperial decree we have going here. We must break through. And over here in the south, guys, we have been breaking through, although I'm very reticent to just push out directly into the area. There's a lot of woods here, etc., a lot of industrial centers. So I imagine they'll still have some units to defend these areas in the hills, but we're still going to fight for them. That being said, we're going to be very careful. Getting Nanning back, for instance, would be amazing. Here we go. Okay, let's see if we could take out the partisans finally. It has taken us forever to get these guys. We'll even send in some Zeros from our carriers. This might be the ticket to finally wipe out the partisans at Amoy. And it would really open up a nice steady stream of supply here for our men. Nicely done, boys. This time we won't forget to leave at least one group of soldiers here. It can be a corps, an army, a garrison, etc. But somebody's got to stay there to watch out for partisans. All right, that definitely makes me feel a little more confident. Although out here in the hills, it's going to also be harder to get reinforcements. It takes a while to get out here, so I think we should reinforce this corps while we still can. Anyway, guys, as always, I hope you're enjoying this series. I hope you guys will keep on supporting it. Right now, we're going to start transporting some troops from Hiroshima here to Fusho, and hopefully eventually to the main battlefield. But as always, if you like the series, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps, guys, the comments and the likes, not just because I enjoy your feedback, but because it actually pushes the channel higher up on the YouTube rankings. So you're really doing a service to the channel if you do both of those things. As you can see, I'm probably just going to be doing some reinforcement for this turn, and I'm not going to subject you guys to minutes of just pure reinforcement. So I'll catch you on the next episode, guys, where we will play the opponent's turn and see exactly how they're going to react to this situation. I'm pretty nervous, but I hope everything's going to go well. For the Emperor and for Germany.